Yo, everybody, what's poppin'? Welcome back once again to another breakdown episode of Learning. Wait, this isn't Learning Blazblue Central Fiction at all. Welcome to the breakdown episode of the Blazblue Central Fiction 2 patch notes. I am once again your host, MastaStef, joined here once again with my good pal and friend,
Sagan.
Thank you. And with this episode, we'll be talking about we'll be talking about Izanami. And once again, this is one of Sagan's favorite characters since he plays like a million different characters in BlazBlue. So he'll be taking it over once again, and I'll just make comments here and there while doing randomest round stuff. So Sagan?
Alright, what's up guys? First change is her crouching hurt box during combos is extended forward. I think you specifically will like that one a lot.
I will like that one a lot actually, because she falls out of like every 9 combo for no reason. Which shouldn't even be a thing.
And you also like this next change, because both of those contribute to a lot of strife you've had with the character in the past, which is her air hurt box is being extended downward. So I guess that means people's B&Bs will work properly.
That's nice. That's real nice.
It's not that nice. I liked falling out of people's combos.
I mean...
So, the next change. As you guys probably figured, because she is top tier, probably going to be talking about a lot of nerfs. So, the next change, definitely a nerf. 2B. Now, before the attack comes out, it extends her hurt box forward. Which means she can probably no longer do a frame 1 low profile on jump hits.
Oh, nice. You can do that?
Already, yeah, I've done it to you as 9.
I mean, but that's 9. Everybody can low profile hurt.
You're right, but yeah, like that.
That's
gone.
That seems pretty dumb. That seems really dumb, actually. Alright, I'm glad that's gone.
Okay, yeah. So that's gone now. And the attack level's lowered, so she's not going to get as long of a combo.
Also nice.
And the recovery frames have also extended. So you can whiff punish it even easier. I already thought the recovery on it was pretty, you know, not very lenient.
I don't know how to play this route, guys.
I see that. So, the next thing is 5C. Also had its attack level lowered. So, it's not as good of a starter.
Oh, that's nice.
The startup is faster, but it doesn't move as far. So,
yeah, those go pretty far.
Yeah, so now the startup is faster. So, that's probably going to open up some nice combo opportunities. Especially with the crouch confirm buff. Because one of her fatal counter combos involves her doing like 5C float, unfloat, 5C, like, and looping it.
Yeah.
But, so that'll probably get easier now. And the next thing is, when hitting an air opponent, they float lower, right? So, that's actually going to help her combo consistency.
Oh, I see, because they float kind of high.
Yeah, they'll float really high.
Yeah, when I originally read that, that might be a nerf, but I guess in practice it's actually really good for her.
The other thing that I really like is they're buffing 5cc for better scaling, and 2cc, which is often used as a crouch confirm, but not really that often because you don't get any like real damage benefit from it. But now it looks like she'll be getting that. So.
I mean, that seems like do pretty good damage already. So.
Yeah, so she'll get better damage from that exact same combo.
I don't like that.
So, the next thing, can you stop? is 6B. The special cancel and Gatling limited to only on hit now instead of block. So you can't autopilot that into other stuff.
That's pretty good.
Or that, like, so.
I like that a lot.
That's one thing that I would do sometimes on 6B block is do that, because if you're sleeping,
yeah, if you're like just respecting Agumon,
yeah, like that's gonna happen.
Yeah, and then she gets infinite turns.
Yeah, so no more Agumon on block and activating Exodus Arc on block.
That's really good. It makes you have to actually commit to your overhead.
Yes.
Unless you're in float.
I mean, you can do that. Yeah, if you're in float, it's not actually an overhead in float.
Oh, is it not?
No. I don't think so. Okay, never mind.
Is.
Okay, that's the only float button that's still an overhead. Because I don't even think that gets its properties in float. Yeah. So yeah, 6B nerf. And then 3C is now only on hit. So you actually probably know I do this a lot because I check fuzzy guard like that. That's no longer gonna be a thing.
Nice.
Only on hit, or if I'm in float. Like if you're in float, it's still good.
But if not, you gotta hold that.
There's also less blowback on hit, which is, it's both good and bad because her new combo routes are probably gonna be these kinds of combo routes.
Yeah.
Which, if you do it from over here, it won't push you as far. So you're probably wondering, when I say new combo routes, that is because this will no longer work. Because 214A no longer wall bounces mid-screen.
Yeah.
So for people that hate getting this,
I know I do.
yeah, so you would actually just fly.
Nice.
Instead of wall bounce. However, it still works in the corner or near the corner. So from round start position, it's still gonna work. Just, I can't coast to coast you anymore. So, but she has alternatives.
You can't coast to coast me with the teleport dash punch anymore.
No, yeah. I can't coast to coast you with that. But
you can
there
still
are
coast.
ways to coast you. You probably don't see them very often because nobody does those for combos because they don't need to and they're hard. But for those of you that are interested, Nano actually provided a new combo route already on Twitter based off the changes that we can do. I'll probably provide a link in the YouTube description. Or you can go to his Twitter. It's like ITZ_Nano.
Yeah. I think it's just Nano.
Oh, that might be.
It's _just_Nano, I think.
Okay. Or you can just type in Nano.
Yeah, probably.
So it won't be that hard to find. So next, all D attacks, proration and scaling adjusted. It does not mention how. But yeah. So that's the thing. Can you stop? I hate Israel. It's bothering me. But yeah. So during the next thing is during OD, emergency tech, and whatnot, you can no longer activate. So if I'm in overdrive and you knock me down, I can't wake up with
Buttons
4D
like
anymore.
Yeah.
So wake up, backdash, and the 4D is gone.
Yeah, or if you pop overdrive into Exceed Excel, you can't cover two options by doing your Exceed Excel and letting go of bits at the same time. Like
they
that.
actually didn't mention that. Like, Exceed Excel is not mentioned.
Oh yeah, it says during. Well, it says during OD.
I mean, technically you could just let a gap happen.
That's
fine.
True. Oh.
I think what they did, like, it's gonna restrict the window where you can do that, but I don't think it's gonna get rid of that.
Okay.
I could be wrong, because these are translations. The next buff, which is big, that no longer goes full screen. 4D, it will probably disappear somewhere around 3/4 screen now.
Nice.
So Izanamis are gonna start doing 2D in neutral, which covers less. See?
Yeah. I mean, 2D still seems pretty good though.
Yeah. So 2D and the other button 3D, because apparently there's a difference. Apparently 3D is a thing. I think it changes the angle.
Yeah, it seems like 3D is angled up more.
2D is angled more down. 3D angles all of them up.
Okay, so instead of like getting one that does all, you gotta like decide now.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Because before you can get in like this area of the screen and hit 4D and you got everything covered.
Yeah.
So yeah. The next change is rib cage. So rib cage is gonna have a minimum barrier cost when you activate it, and exploding it is going to refund barrier gauge.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
The other thing is, note, rib cage only lasts for a certain amount of time. Well, now rib cage will last indefinitely until you run out of barrier, which is both good and bad. it's good for those rounds where you were just Izanamiing all over somebody and you steamrolled them, and you get to the end of the match with like a ton of barrier.
Yeah.
So you can just activate it and you got all this barrier because it just lasts.
It just lasts for forever.
Yeah. But what it's also gonna do is, you've even seen me do it, where I'll get a confirm and I won't pop my ribcage. Now I have to pop my ribcage because note in this confirm, my ribcage is draining.
Yeah.
And it's draining really fast.
So it's gonna make it to where you have to actually pay attention to when you have ribcage on instead of just autopiloting things.
Yes.
That's pretty good.
And the other things they changed is like in her, like that will remove ribcage before the animation starts.
Okay.
So it's basically things that keep ribcage from deteriorating.
Oh, actually no, that might be like a nerf. So you might be, if she has ribcage on, maybe you'll like be able to hit her out of it if she goes for a command grab.
Probably.
Since it says before the animation starts.
Yeah.
Well, it doesn't say before it's active, so maybe not.
So who knows?
You know
That
what?
kind of thing we'll find out later. The other things is Pinwheel and Circle have more reload time, so it takes longer for them to come back. It's probably more in line with when you actually shoot them.
Yeah.
It's probably gonna be the same time, if I had to guess.
Does it not? Does it come back faster than that?
Look how fast it comes back
Oh, immediately.
in comparison.
Yeah.
So if I had to guess, that's what they're gonna change it to.
Interesting.
And that's really it. The other things are just fixing it so during her supers, ribcage will disappear, so it doesn't drain. Which I actually didn't even know that ribcage stayed on during the time stop super. Yeah, see.
Oh yeah, no, that's actually because I found out this weekend actually that I didn't notice about Izanami, but apparently as long as Izanami is taking an action, even if she has no barrier meter left, ribcage will stay on until the action's complete. So let's say you do, let's say you have like 1% barrier left, and you activate her full screen time stop super. Even if you hit her while she's in it, her barrier will stay. It'll stay on.
Oh, okay.
See, because it'll stay on until the action's done.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
That's why sometimes if Izanami does like slide with like no barrier left and ribcage is on, even if they hit you out of the slide, it'll still tank the hit for you until she's finished doing the full animation of the slide.
Okay.
So it'll make stuff like that go away. So that way she can't just put on ribcage full screen and then do time stop super to cheese you out.
Okay. That's very fair.
Yeah, because I didn't know that was a thing until this weekend. I actually played against Nano, and one round I was 9 and he was Izanami, and so he went full screen, put the circle around me while ribcage was on, and then started charging time stop.
What a savage.
And so then I tried to dash over to him to stop it, and when I got right here, I was about to grab him, he let some of the bits go and it hit me, and I teched in the air and got time stopped.
But yeah, that's pretty much everything for her. She actually was significantly like
relatively untouched compared to some of
untouched.
the other top tiers.
They toned down a few things, and I think she's still gonna be in a good spot. I think she won't be as dumb. She certainly won't always put you in the corner off every hit now.
True.
So I think she'll be in a really good spot. Like I think they successfully toned her down without breaking her legs.
Yeah, that's pretty good. I mean, that's just good balance.
Yeah.
I'll try and do my one.
So that's it for Izanami.
Yeah, I think that's it. All right, well, thanks guys for watching the episode. I hope you enjoyed. Izanami has a lot of changes. So I hope you look forward to playing the new Izanami, or at least playing against a slightly more balanced Izanami in Blazblue Central Fiction 2. We'll be back with another episode on a different character very soon, so stay tuned for that. And we will catch you in another episode. Later.
Later, guys.